Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sephiroth, and today we are continuing our deep dive into the many items, weapons, and staves of colorful magic. We've got an assortment that we're going to show off today, mostly staves with some cool little scythes and a two-handed axe as well. We're starting off with the Celestite Staff, which is it shoots a blast of magic that does 40 points of damage. This magic damage scales based on the player's skill in destruction. So I guess we should let's make sure I've already buffed that particular skill. I'm running the experience mod, so I don't get XP from raising skills, which has developed this kind of weird dynamic where I'm level 1 and skills are 100. So I don't know how much damage this is going to do, but this is more to show off the graphics, the textures, and just how amazing some of this stuff from this mod is. Because a lot of these weapons used to just crash the game, or their textures were broken, or any number of things that could go wrong. And instead we have extracted this beautiful awesomeness for all of us to enjoy. So, without further ado, let's bring in our next victim.
Do you wish to test
Alright, behold the Celestite Staff! Whoa, my. Yeah, let's do that in first person, just to have a good look at what this looks like. That is cool. I do like the effects in colorful magic very much have almost an overpowered feeling, but keep in mind most of these items are intended for you to use at the end game stage of your playthrough, so just bear that in mind. Then we have the Citrine Staff, a thunderbolt that does 115 points of shock damage to health and half that to the enemy's magicka. Oh my. Nothing says get off. Ooh, that is so cool. You know you're ready, you have successfully charged the staff when you start glowing like a freaking beacon in the night. Where do you think you're going? That is so fun. I love it. Aha! I kind of like that I'm level 1 and everything has a ridiculous amount of health, because at least it gives me... I don't have to spawn a new bow in every time I tap them twice with one of these staves. So keep in mind these staves would do a lot more damage if I was doing a full playthrough and my character was level 40 or 50. But given these circumstances, this is the best we've got. This is more to just show off that the mod is stable, descriptions are fixed, and how pretty everything looks when we use this. Because let's face it, the mod is called Colorful Magic. That being said, we're going into the Cobalt Staff now, a blast of blue fire that does 100 points of damage to the target. This spell is especially deadly to dragons. Reduce the target's armor rating by 250 points. Now, we haven't really discussed the Dainsleif yet, but because this actually lowers their armor, we're going to put the Dainsleif in our offhand. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, that's right. This is one of the cool little synergies that every spell mod kind of has its own unique little twist. And Colorful Magic really tries to add in... Oh, no. Ooh, okay. We did not crash. We just had a bit of a lag. So maybe we just give it a moment, wait for the various effects of the different spells that we've been using to wear off. That was interesting. You know what? We might actually have to run my, in the upper left corner, your EMB actually has a FPS record to let you know when things are slowing down, at least from a graphical processing perspective. So we might have to actually look into that. We'll watch for that the next time we have a little lag like that. That was interesting. That was the first time I've experienced that while testing all this colorful magic stuff. So let's press on and see what else awaits us. Hopefully we don't have a crash desktop, because I hate them to no end. You'll notice we have the Crimson Staff and Crimson Staff left. What's going on there is there's actually a crafting system in the original mod. And I think some of the pieces of that got pushed down into Colorful Magic Fixed, although not all of them, because there is no crafting station specialities in so far. I'm thinking that might be the next project. Once I'm sure that the bosses are up and running appropriately, we might add in the crafting, and then I might remove like Crimson Staff left, or maybe even Crimson Staff as well, and make it more of something that you have to build over time as you kill the appropriate bosses. But for now, we're going to enjoy the power of the Crimson Staff, which is a blast of fire that does 80 points of damage to the target. Targets on fire take extra damage. Come to mama. I really do like the way it makes your character glow when you fully charge. particularly with the staves, because a lot of times with the spells of colorful magic, they take a long time to charge, and it's difficult to know when you're ready to actually let the spell go, because nothing worse than taking a 5-second spell, charging it for 4, then giving up or firing it prematurely. I think Crimson Staff left actually has the same graphic, not quite sure why or what is supposed to be gained between the left and the right staff. That is something I'll have to get into when I start looking into other aspects of the crafting system. Alright, so next we have the Cursed Valkyrie Bow. This is especially effective against humans and elves, so we're going to find that out firsthand. Alright, let's... Oh, that is gone. Looks like it's got some health absorption attached to it as well, which is a nice touch if you're in particular trouble, if you've been ambushed, you're getting outnumbered, and you need to get in some emergency healing. But technically, if you're doing a sniper archer build, you should always be at full health, because nothing should ever actually see you coming. But that being said, especially effective against human and elves, and that includes absorbing health of the target. Kind of the same thing actually Cursed Valkyrie's Halberd. Power attacks can hit all targets in front of you, absorb 20 points of health from the target. So this one, we're going to try and bring in a second victim. Let's see if we can't line these up side by side. Oh, yep, there we go. Cool. So this particular weapon will power attack 2 targets. If they're close enough. Regardless, I think we'll take out one of these guys just to make life a little easier. Ah, there we go. Keep the other one around for our little demonstration. Anyway, so that's an example of the two-handed weapons you can get. Although the Valkyrie is a pretty nasty fight, but yeah, like I said, these are in-game types of items. Then we have the Dainsleif, which we can now take full interest in. Absorb 10 to 100 points of health from the target. The absorption rate intensifies as the player's health decreases. In other words, the more hurt you are, the more health you will drain. So this right now is more of a tickle. It's just 10 points of absorption. But if we were to try this in immortal mode and I had half my health gone, we would be doing like 50 points of absorption. So definitely something helpful to have when the situation gets out of hand. This is one that I've actually used in some of my playthroughs, the Dark Sword. This is fun for a sword and board kind of character, particularly if you're also throwing in magic. I've used it for my Necromancer, for example. I'll throw in my undead to distract the enemy, go in for a poke, just enough to restore my magicka. Because this baby not only inflicts 10 points of magicka damage, but we will absorb 15 points of magicka from the target. So this thing helps you to regenerate your magicka, which for a Necromancer means has all sorts of nasty implications, given that you're then going to reanimate the victim. Alright, next we have the Death Scythe. Attacks have a small chance to instantly kill the target. This probability increases as the health of the target decreases. So the more hurt the target is, the greater the likelihood of that. Just insta-kill. Done. Goodbye, sir. Where is this little red dot? I see this. Oh, what is this? Ancestor. I don't know which mod was doing that. I don't know which mod spawns in an ancestor to kill you, but okay. Cool. Anyway, so that is definitely, for any kind of a Halloween playthrough, Death Scythe, that looks awesome. Then we're going to look at the Diamond Staff, a blast of wind that does 55 points of damage to the target. It will blow you away with how awesome this... Oh, cool. Wind magic and colorful magic tends to involve a stagger effect. That's fun. I like it. Oh, so if you looked at Fenderic's elements, that is an element of wind magic that it implements. This wind magic has knockback effects and knocking people around. We're actually working on incorporating colorful magic fixed into Fenderic's elements, which will give us all sorts of fun options for your next playthrough. So stay tuned for that. We also have, the last but not least, the Dwarven Great Weapon, which is just a big honking two-handed weapon. Now, some of these colorful magic weapons are actually not enchanted, which I think is fun, because then if you're rocking something like Summer Mist, you can get very creative with the enchantments that you throw into your colorful magic weaponry. Alright, so that being said, I think we're all set for this installment. Feel free to like the video, subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for the next dose as we start with the E's and go through the next batch of these wonderful weapons and colorful magic. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. Bye.